You're listening to Canada's #1 reggae show.
#1.
The Rhythm Track with Spex the Boss on Flow987.
Eyesus. No. Never give up. Tired of paying rent, want buy a house. Mind it dead about the pocket, no clothes. Money when me make, straight and to mouth. And me can't get no help everywhere, it's a joke. See all the plan and the drops on my set. Almighty guide every step when me make. I make me overcome all the fight when me get. Sleepless nights, them me nah go figure. Pressure make me start by lottery.
We got him live inside the building. I'm talking about the one and only Eyesus. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make him perform this one live.
Rent, tired of it. Pull up.
Pull up.
Outside.
Pull up already?
Yeah, man. Spex the Boss, you know. Yeah. May I set the earphone, is it? Yeah, we gotta set the earphone.
He's inside the building. I'm talking about the one and only Eyesus.
Yeah.
Let's do this one live.
Tired of paying rent, want buy a house. Mind it dead about the pocket, no clothes. Money where we make, straight and to mouth. And we can't get no help everywhere, it's a joke. See all the plan and the trap them a set. Almighty guide every step where we make. And make we overcome all the fight where we get. Sleepless nights them we now. Pressure make we start by lottery. Pass man feel me work off a battery. Oh, we survive do not sweet. More we work and the more them tax we. Pressure make we buy lottery. Boss man feel me work off a battery. We don't know where the next cash a come from. Plus we have people that set up them and COVID plus stress make pressure gone up. Without vaccine like nothing can work. Everything get there and the bills pile up. 649 Lotto Max a mile up. Can't beg stranger help with father. Now stay a road and turn up papa. No get to you to road a bang a phone them jaffa. But are the dream we have. Lottery.
The one and only Eyesus live inside the building. What's going on, my brother? For real, you've been putting in some work like you won the lottery, because every single day you're inside the studio putting in that work, writing down those verses, putting on those beats, and dealing with the production, out there performing, outworking all those, that are not putting in the work like you. And it is absolutely showing. And I just want to say congratulations on a recent Juno nomination and all the success and all these high quality videos you've been putting out there. And now a studio. We're going to talk about all that. Eyesus inside the building. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, you know?
For real, man. You've been doing so much work inside the city right now. And real quick, just send some shout out to some of the people them out there. I know I usually do this, at the very end of the interviews, but you have such a big team of people around you, surrounding you, trying to make sure that you stay on that right path, stay level-headed, while you rise to your stardom, not only here in Toronto, Canada, not only in Kingston, Jamaica, but around the world right now.
Yeah, for real. I want to big up the whole Us Squad team, the whole Us Squad, yard and abroad, and everyone in Toronto, all the selectors, promoters that support Eyesus over the years, and producers also. Big up Smoke Shop, also, bad producer, Swaby, big up yourself too, you know what I mean? And every artist that's out there that putting in the work too. We have to big them up to Spex, because we kind of see a nice changes in Toronto with a lot of artists that's growing over the years, you know what I mean? So I just want to big up every artist out there that's putting in the work too also.
All right, now you're noticing the changes, and bigging up all the artists, them in and around, not just in Toronto, but in Canada, putting in that work. And I spoke to Esco Levi last week, Esco Levi being the most awarded Juno recipient, in the reggae category. And he was talking and spreading rumors, or is it true? But he basically said that Eyesus and Esco Levi come together to put up a studio to help mentor and help produce younger acts coming up in the city and around the city. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, it's a real story, Esco Levi look forward and say, Eyesus, you know what? We think we should basically have a studio, because there's a lot of artists out there that look up to us, and they want to do music, but the right person they want to connect with to get out there.
So do you remember when you were looking for that help? When you just wanted that studio to go into, just maybe even so you can just sit down and just feel the energy of, you know, maybe a sponge on that wall and just soak in all the information, the knowledge you can get in regards to the music. You remember those times there?
Yeah, that's why we are doing this, because that's what we did want when we just forward to Canada, you know what I mean? We did need that helping and someone to be there for us like that. So, you know, we're using this time now to make it possible for someone else, you know?
For real. Eyesus live inside the building. Now, Eyesus, you know what I mean? I see the work that you're putting in, you know, and not only here in Toronto, Canada, but Kingston, Jamaica. Why is it so important that you find yourself on the ground in Jamaica at least once, twice, 3 times a year? You know, why is it so important that you go back to Jamaica and do the things that you do in Jamaica? And I'm not talking about just shooting the music videos and, you know, getting songs produced and linking up with the artists, them and the producers. I'm talking about actually giving back to the communities in Jamaica.
Because home, that's where everything starts from, you know what I mean? And every time when I reach home, you get back that feel and it inspires you, because like the music was originated in Jamaica, and I started the music from a tender age in Jamaica because my uncle used to have a sound system, so that's what inspired me to do music. So every time I'm back home, it put that drive and that, you know, where it started and what make me want to do music. So, you know, so being amongst the people that inspire me and motivate me and push me, you know, when I reach to a level and like you feel like say, you know, go back and give nothing to the community and to the people that you grew up with and such like that. So every time I go back, I make sure I do something for my community, you know what I mean, and the people I'm around with and stuff like that. And also music is a gift and you have to spread it, you know what I mean? So you can't really stay one place, and so you have to spread the music across the world. And I think that Jamaica is a major point that, you know, it's good to target also.
For real. Flow987, Spex the Boss here with you inside the world famous, the world's greatest reggae and dancehall show. That rhythm track I'm talking to, Juno nominated, multi-award winning, and, you know, the artist, you know, really hitting it from the streets, you know, to the airwaves and making it from local to international. We're talking about Eyesus. Eyesus, so many people listening right now. I want to contact you, want to connect with you. How can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Eyesus Music. My name is spelled Eyesus. You know, music spelled regular. So Eyesus Music on Instagram. And every platform, it's Eyesus Music.
All right, Eyesus. All right, now you got a few hot songs, especially some crazy underground songs that anytime you perform them in a stage show, the place just absolutely goes mad. Like no stage show really can keep in Toronto or even in Canada without Eyesus as one of the acts on it, because I think your thing has really kind of gone past the opening act stage. And even though they try to, you know, put the Canadian artists them and the sounds them in a box and, you know, try to say localize them and all these things, you always make an impact, sometimes even greater than the international artist that is booked here. Now, you from Toronto right now. Right now, I'm going to do a little quiz with you, all right? We're just going to do a little quiz. So, cameraman, make sure you get this one right here. We're going to do a little quiz, Eyesus. We're going to see how many communities you know in Toronto or in Canada right now. You can even include Kingston, Jamaica. You can even include the UK, anywhere in the world, Africa too. But right now, we're going to see how many communities you know or know of Eyesus.
Spex, let them know, you know.
No, you let them know.
Zeus. Hey, response fit, Jane and Finch, Western, Rexdale, Malton, Scarborough, Brampton,
keep it going,
Jungle, Eglinton, Spex. Did that in the 6 how we place. Love.
No. You got to name more communities in the city than that. That's all you know, Eyesus? I can even do better than that. Name all of them. Go on.
Jane and Finch, Western, Rexdale, Malton, Scarborough, Brampton, Jungle, Eglinton, London, Kitchener, Ajax, Oshawa.
Come on, Eyesus. I know you can do this. Eyesus, come on. I know you can do this. You know, there's so many places you can say, what? Jane and Finch, Brampton, Malton, Mississauga. You can say Richmond Hill, Orangeville. Come on.
Jane and Finch, Weston, Rexdale, Malton, Scarborough, Brampton, Jungle, Eglinton, Hamilton, London, Kitchener, Niagara, Region, St. Catherine, Bradford. Anything violate out a door.
Flow987, I've been having some fun inside the studio. The reason why I want you to actually kind of do that song right there, because the power of that song. You know what's so amazing about that song? I remember my birthday bash. April 8th. It's a Saturday, Diamonds. Get your tickets right now, ticketgateway.com. Your birthday's coming up. We'll talk about that in a few, but I remember my birthday bash when I just neatly brought you up on stage and made you perform that song, and I watched every single corner of the dance explode neatly. When you said Scarborough, I said the whole of Scarborough start lift up. Jane and Finch, I said Jane and Finch lift up. When you said Markham, I said Markham start lift up. You know, it's an incredible thing. It's almost like fireworks.
Yeah.
You know, when you watch it and you just see them exploding one by one by one. What is that feeling like on stage?
Yeah, you know, it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling, you know what I mean? And that song is become the anthem for the city. Like everywhere I'm going to the city, you know, people always show love and say, you know, them love that track. They still one of them favorite Eyesus songs. So you know, it's always a good feeling.
For real. Now we were just bringing up birthdays, and I know your birthday's coming up very, very soon. Eyesus turning 62, people. I'm lying. Anyways, Eyesus, your birthday's coming up, and this is another staple event in the city, and one of the major events as an artist in the city that people really look forward to going to. What made you start your own event, especially your birthday?
Well, it's a reason to celebrate life. You know what I mean? I've been putting in the hard work over the years and always supporting everybody party, you know, in the dancehall scene and stuff like that. And I think it's right for me to celebrate my birthday and, you know, look forward to that support back from Toronto for all the support I've been given over the years. You know what I mean? So March 17, my birthday bash. For more info, you can link me on Instagram, Eyesus Music, you know?
All right. Eyesus inside the building. Now, Eyesus, talk to me about, you always pick up the US squad.
Yeah.
Talk to me about team, how important it is to have the right team.
You know, say, even Jesus have 12 disciples. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So no man is an island. A team is what everybody needs to move forward once you guys are on the same page. You know what I mean? And the mind frame and structure. So everybody is appointed to do something. So that way it take a lot of pressure off you. You know what I mean? Just like the bookings. I don't do bookings. Like Squad A responds for everything. Even the planning of my birthday party and stuff like that, you know? I have to big up Squad A, and that's my blood brother. Blood.
What about the videographer? Big up the videographer, man.
Man, Swaby, bad producer, you know what I mean? And also, he's the one that shoot the video for Para and Fred, and he's the one that basically produced the song, you know what I mean?
All right, we're gonna talk about that video in just a second, but right now, the importance of a good team around you.
Yeah.
One of the main ingredients
man.
has to be loyalty.
Loyalty.
So let's talk about loyalty real second.
All right.
You ready?
Ready.
In 3, 2, 1, tell them.
Say, no tell me nothing about my family, now friend, come and know them real to the end. If I $1 bag it off, share more time, we can't find evil blame. Chicken back, apple fried dumpling, it off a boil, we only have grand for spend. Through the roughest and toughest of time, we've been through it all with them. One of my friends and loyal till then. We no keep hypocrite friends. No pagans can't come round with Spex 9 and nothing with them. One of my friends and loyal. One of my friends and loyal. One of my friends and loyal till then. Anytime we step on my Spex, tell them. Friend killer company, no we don't keep that. My friend Spex himself to put it on speaker. Some pre them friend for gal and money, I know we dash. We no keep funny friend, no eat that. If we rich, we friend rich by a morning. Plus my dogs them no frightened for foreign. More time them argue and them quarrel, but we still not rise no barrel. We friends them loyal till then. We
Love this song right here. It's so real. Eyesus inside the building. Flow987 FM. Yes, it's more than sensible.
Well, all my friends, them loyal.
You gotta be loyal.
Spex the boss, him loyal.
In these times here, you gotta be loyal. Now we were talking about loyalty, and we were talking about Swaby, you know, videographer and producer inside the building. How he produced a brand new song of yours called Paro and Afraid. And I saw the video, the concept of it. Everybody, you know, go check out the video right now. It's on YouTube, right? On the Eyesus channel, you can check that out right now. Paro and Afraid. You know, and you can see the quality of the video. You can see your vision coming out to light. How you guys planned out the storyboard and had the starting to the ending. Talk to me about that song right there.
You know, so that song, a lot of people have been getting a lot of message about that song. Like so much people love. When we say love, I mean like make it them ringtone. Plus upload picture, you know, stories, like, you know, this song is such a lovely song, you know what I mean? And because a lot of people can relate to it, Spex. Because like what we realize, in your time of need, there's no one around. But in your time of rise, you find the most company and friends.
Boy, I can tell you that. Paro and Afraid. Let's feature a little bit of the song right now, Eyesus. Throw to it.
Yeah.
That means you throw to the song.
Sensible. Eyesus, I'm going to represent one of the maddest songs right now, produced by Swaby, Paro and Afraid.
Swaby make them know. When you broke them, I know ya. Money made them show love. What you come around ya, no for them no real no. When you down them, I know ya. Who hate you, I hear ya. But your fake smile and the grin, no feel them righteous. Many things from my brain since lately. Now sleep at night time, cause my thoughts run wild and crazy. No put your trust in a mankind, cause me try many times, them feel me. My heart breaks so many times, make me feeling Paro and Afraid. Paro and Afraid.
Stop it! Calm down! Redeem track! Which Spex the boss? Hey, yo, yellow!
Something like Swaby, we have the artist Eyesus here, and we got the videographer, the producer here. So why am I playing the song when you can just do it live?
Swaby make them know. When you broke them, I know ya. Money made them show love. What you come around ya, no for them no real no. When you're down, them I know ya. Spex, who hate you, I hear ya. Watch your fake smile and the grin, no feel them richer. Many things from my brain since lately. Now sleep at night time, cause my thoughts run wild and crazy. No put your trust in a mankind, cause me try many times and fail with. My heart breaks so many times, make me feeling Paro and Afraid. Paro and Afraid. Careful of the hypocrite, them mind too evil. Me stop run from ghosts now, me start run from people. Reading Psalms every day, Almighty me need her. Help me with the stress and bill, Spex, foot feel weak, yo. Many things from my brain since lately. Now sleep at night time.
You know what's an amazing thing, Eyesus? When I'm in Jamaica, whether I be at Dolly Sundays, whether I go Bunty Sundays, whether they're Uptown Mondays, Weddy Wednesdays, one of the greatest feelings and one of the greatest things to see and one of the greatest things to hear is when I hear your songs playing in the dance. I'm not talking about like somebody pay money on them play a song. I'm talking about in the height of the dance and your song is playing. I remember being in Kencut. You know, I forget the name of the event down in Kencut.
Lego the Streets.
Lego the Streets. Yeah, man. Lego. Okay, so you know the thing already. And I remember I was there with Bounty and Munga and Charlie Blacks and Ding Dong and Beanie Man, a whole bunch of us. And I remember when they played the same one where you named off all the areas that we talked about earlier, the G&N Finch. But yo, you see when that song played, and there's always a portion of Canadians inside the dance room in Jamaica, because we coming like Jamaicans, we're everywhere. And yo, you see when the place start lift up and me start do all my whistle and start mash up the place and all that, it's such a great feeling. How does that feel?
Yeah, you know, it's a good feeling though, to be honest though, you know, like being a woman, you're getting videos, you know, everywhere in Jamaica, like your song playing without you being there. Because, you know, a lot of people, they only play when them see you. If they don't see you, it's like
Not true.
they don't remember you, you know. So it's a good feeling for no say like I'm home in Canada and you know my music been still playing across Jamaica everywhere, you know what I mean? So it's always a great feeling for that.
Truly a blessing. Eyesus live inside the building, and one thing that people don't know, they only know what they see or what they hear on the radio or on the records, then whatever. But one thing people need to know about you is that, you know what I mean? You love your family so much. Your family loves you so much, and they support you so much. And I'm not talking about the bridge and them. I'm talking about your direct family. So I just wanted to take this time out to send a big shout out going out to, you know who me I go shout out, my Dan, my general. You know what I mean? So take the time out and, you know, send some shout outs to your direct family out there.
Yeah, man. I have to big up my mother. You see me? I have to big up my father. You don't know, Muggy. You know, in the street always support me, you know. Squaddy, Booby Nile, you know what I mean? I have to big up my kids them also. You see me? I say very important, you know what I mean? Big up my uncle and my auntie them, is it? Who tune in right now and listen and always support too, so you don't know, I'm more love and respect to each and everyone, you don't know.
For real, Eyesus.
I have to big up MG, you know? Richard, bigger brother, always a support, is it? Yeah.
For real, Eyesus inside the building. You know what? We're gonna, you know, post a couple clips off of this, you know, later on when I'm done the show. Shout out to Swaby, you know what I mean, with some amazing graphics. Swaby, how can people find you, especially younger artists, them, you know, that want to get their videos produced and all that?
Respect to Spex, you know, give thanks. So you can find me at Swaby Do It.
Swaby always behind the scenes, behind the camera, and putting in that work. And it's good to see, you know what I mean, young talent, you know, rising to the top. And you understanding that you have a superstar here, and you're not trying to be the star. You're allowing him to shine, and you're allowing him to, you know, be the person that, you know, is in the spotlight and giving him the opportunity to help so many people, not only yourself. And I truly do commend you on that, because a lot of people don't understand the sacrifices one has to make in order to build someone else, and you know, knowing the responsibility of knowing their place and knowing their space. And, you know, that is a very, very, very hard quality come by, and one that has to be commended. So big up to you, Swaby. And, you know, respect, man. Those productions that you did with the Esco Levi interview last week and sent to me, man, absolutely incredible. So I just want to take the time to say thank you to you.
Yeah, man, respect, Spex, man. I respect for the strength, you know?
Yeah,
love
man.
how you push your youth, man. Love how you put in the love to the thing, you know? And big up Esco Levi, anyway, the IACT and the whole works, because enough people know say IACT make me know Esco Levi and Eyesus in a Spex. So we have to big up IACT and likewise, you know? So respect and thanks, you know?
For real. Shout out to iOctane, good friend of the Rhythm Trap Master, Spex the boss. All right, before we go, this one is a hot one in the streets, Eyesus. Come on.
A bubble bottle, she a bubble so.
Han.
And a long out her tongue, she a trouble now.
Han.
Spex bar she want, we go cuddle up. She said she love the style, yeah, me love her too. You know me, short pants and my tall socks. A Nike or a Jordans. Bad tees and my dark glass. Even slippers are a mad class. Short pants and my tall socks. A Nike or a Jordans. Bad tees and my dark glass. Even slippers are a mad class. When you see me not straight left it. I'm not PS5, we not play AA. When you see me with the squad, I'm not lame sitting. Be a girl a pray with, but we not move with it. You me chain and me ring and me watch it match. The girl them call me upscotch. Real top, chopper top notch. Full of money like the trust with the latch. Short pants and my tall socks.
Yo, Eyesus, even when nobody can see Eyesus right now until the video drop. But Eyesus, the way you bounce right now, like you're up on a stage show right now, like you're ready to protect the world. Eyesus inside the building, people. Eyesus, enough respect, enough honor. One more time, anything that you want to say to Toronto?
Yeah, I just want to say, you know, bless up everyone, you know, March 17, my birthday bash. You know, I would love if everyone can come celebrate with me, you know what I mean?
I would love if I had a pair of tickets that I can actually reach your birthday bash.
Specs, man.
Every year, me and you go through this argument, yeah, you know, I know some may book out. But think this year, I want forward so I can look out.
How are you talk about, man? Invite it, man.
I want to put on my short pants and my tall socks.
All right, sir. Your VIP ticket, them dead Specs, man. You don't know.
Because, you know, so we can't roll without the wife and,
yeah, man.
You know what I mean? She touch the road. So.
Yeah, man. So
blue carpet,
you
fully
can
out.
forward to, man. You don't know. You name Specs, you know. When
And
you
you
reach and
name
give us
Eyesus.
when you reach and get us a Specs.
Them say you can't come in here. You're not allowed in here.
Talk about, man. Every barrier gone.
Eyesus inside the building. One more time, the Instagram. How can they find you?
Eyesus Music, which is EYESUS music spell regular, you see it?
Mad.
Yeah, man.
Eyesus inside the building. Make sure you guys go run up those numbers, run up those streams, and make sure you make them a viral trending sensation. Eyesus, our very
Yeah,
own.
and you know who we have to big up to?
God.
God, at all time. Can't forget the Almighty God here. And everything we do, we have to put the Almighty first.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to big up Dave too. We have a mechanic shop around this too. You know what I mean? We're tuning to Spex every day.
Large up
Every
Dave,
time
man,
if
for
we go
real.
fix my car, you know, Spex just play, you know.
I know that him say, yo, Eyesus buy a new car. You're always in here and fix your car. Dave, big up yourself. And Eyesus, thank you very much once
Yeah,
again,
man. Big up Dave and Upton.
And you know something, I'm a general from day one. You always have VIP to always step inside that studio as long as me there. You're good to Kizana.
More blessings,
That
man.
is it.
To you and Mrs. Spex. You don't know anything, go.
Okay. All right,
is
people
it.
going to be back at you. We got that Mega City mix down in a few, and I'm going to talk to Bounty Killer. Yo, Eyesus, I'm going to talk to Bounty Killer at Jamaica, man. I tell you, you know, one of the interviews I've never, ever really been ever to get, and I've talked to so many people in the industry, and finally got that, you know, that sit-down interview with Ground Godzilla Bounty Killer. I'm going to feature it, rebroadcast it, repodcast it, respexcast it in just a few, so don't go anywhere. Keep it locked and loaded to Station Flow. Eyesus!
Sensible.
Ah.